The first time I heard the knocking, I genuinely thought it was part of a dream. You know that strange state where you're not fully asleep anymore, but not fully awake either? That's where I was, half conscious, staring into darkness. And then 3 knocks, slow, heavy, above me. I remember opening my eyes and just laying there for a second, trying to understand what I'd heard. Because the sound didn't make sense. I live on the top floor of my building. There's nothing above my apartment except the roof. At first, I convinced myself it was probably pipes, or rain, or maybe one of the neighbors slamming the door downstairs. But then it happened again. 3 knocks, directly above my bed. I sat up this time, completely awake. The room was freezing. Not the normal cold either. That deep kind of cold that makes the air feel heavy. I checked my phone. 3:13 a.m. I don't know why I remember the exact time. I just do. I stayed awake for maybe another 20 minutes after that, scrolling my phone and trying to ignore it. Nothing else happened. Eventually, I fell back asleep. But the next night, it happened again. 2:13 a.m. 3 knocks. Same place. Same sound. Above my head. At this point, I started getting annoyed more than scared. The building I lived in is old, really old, so I thought maybe something up there was shifting at night. I even mentioned it to one of my neighbours the next morning while we were both outside, an older guy named Martin. When I told him about the knocking, he just stared at me for a few seconds. Then he asked, "Above your bedroom?" I laughed a little and said yeah, but he didn't laugh back. He just nodded slowly and went back inside. That should have been enough warning for me, but honestly, I didn't think much of it until the fourth night. 2:13 a.m. 3 knocks. Except this time, there was a fourth one, much quieter, like fingertips dragging slowly across wood. I froze. I remember every hair on my arm standing up, because whatever that sound was, it moved. Slowly, across the ceiling, from one side of the room to the other. I couldn't breathe. I just stared upward, while this dragging sound crept above me in complete darkness. Then it stopped, right above my face. Silence. And then, one knock, directly above me. I grabbed my phone and turned on the flashlight instantly. Nothing, just my room, but I didn't sleep after that, not even close. The next day, I went up to the roof access door in the hallway. It was locked. I asked the landlord if anyone had been doing maintenance up there. He said no. I even asked if anyone had access to the roof. Again, no. That night I pushed my bed against the opposite wall of the room. I don't even know why. I think part of me just didn't want to be underneath that spot anymore. 2:13 a.m. Nothing happened. I remember feeling stupid. Actually relieved. Like maybe I'd worked myself up over nothing. And then I heard it. Not above me this time. Behind me. 3 knocks. Against the bedroom wall. Slow. Deliberate. I turned around so fast I nearly fell out of bed. And I swear to God, I saw something move near the corner of the room. Not clearly. Just movement. Like someone stepping backwards into darkness. I switched the lamp on immediately. Nothing there. But that wasn't the worst part. The worst part was the wall itself, because running down the paint were long, black marks, like something wet had been dragged slowly downwards. I moved out 2 weeks later. I didn't tell anyone the real reason why. My new place is over 30 miles away from that building. Different town, different apartment, different everything. No knocking, no sounds. And for a while, nothing happened. Until last night. Exactly 2:13 a.m. I woke up suddenly, and from somewhere above me, I heard it. 3 slow knocks.